Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we just got our new set in the form of Secrets of Strixhaven, and today I really want to take a look at one of the marquee mechanics of the set, and that is Repartee. It's basically a mechanic where whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery that targets any creature on the table, something happens. And so in the form of this deck kind of plays a little bit like an aggro deck. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So first up, we have Lecturing Scornmage. It's just a 1/1 for 1, nothing too crazy, but its repartee is whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So if I Requiting Hex my opponent's early drop, Lecturing Scornmage suddenly gets bigger and hits harder. Apart from that, we also have Stirring Hopesinger, which is a 1/3 flying lifelink for 3 with Repartee. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So just like the Lecturing Scornmage, pumps the entire team though. And then we also have the Informed Inkwright. Really cool card for the second, and definitely a role player. It's a 2/2 with Vigilance for 2. Repartee, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, create a 1/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. So if you got this and the Stirring Hopesinger out, you're going to cast a spell, make an extra dude, and then get +1 for your entire team. It's a pretty strong card. Then also we have the Scolding Administrator, which is a white and a black 2/2 menace. Repartee, +1/+1 counter on this creature, and when this creature dies, if it had counters on it, put those counters on up to one other target creature, which is awesome. So if this dies, you can then move those counters onto, say, the Stirring Hopesinger or any of the flying creatures from Informed Inkwright. It's a pretty solid game plan here. And since we are running a lot of really cheap spells to power our creatures, I think we'll have a pretty decent chance at making sure that Repartee goes off as we play our games today. So let's jump out there, play some games, and let's enjoy ourselves with Repartee. Okay, I get to go first. We got 3 lands, both of our colors: Erode, Informed Inkwright, Scolding Administrator, and Cecil. I think we'll keep it. One bad thing, though, is we can't play Cecil turn 1, because this comes in tapped, and this can only cast instants and sorceries for us. So, just go with what we got. We're going to be a turn behind, unfortunately. Optimistic Scavenger. So we got an enchantment deck here. Alright, so let's go here. And here. Hey, double white. Not if it goes. Not good. That's what it is. So we're gonna have to spend all of our turn getting rid of that. So we go with the Erode. Yes. We pay the ward cost. I'm doing this now because I'm fairly certain they also have... Oh, wait, what? Okay. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I know that goes to the graveyard. Yeah, because like, I've played against this deck so many times. Because this deck just, it plays Shard Mage's Rescue, so I want to try and kill their creatures while they're tapped out. Let's see here. Let's play the Quill-Blade Laureate. Attack for 2. You gonna double block? No, I didn't think so. Veteran Survivor. Okay. There's the Shard Mage's Rescue. Why did you do that? Because you can just enchant it with a Spellbook Vendor, right? Alright, let's see here. So we can go twofold intent to do double strike. If we do double strike, he's going to deal his damage and then transform, right? And then be able to hit again. Let's find out if that's true. Attack with just that. See what happens. Thought so. Yeah, he does transform and hits a second time. That's actually pretty cool. Whenever Cecil attacks, other attacking creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. That's pretty cool. Ow. Okay, Bleachbone Verge. Let's see here. Again, we're running into that problem where we only have creatures and no spells. It really sucks. It would do you well to double block. It was not to, though. That's an interesting choice. Alright, let's play the Stirring Hopesinger. And here's to hoping we draw a spell. Okay, I got nothing else going on. Come damage for 5. Drag for 1. They like what they see. I'm not going to block. Well, that's not a spell. Creature, creature, creature. No spell. I gotta block this time. There you go. Okay, well, then we will go ahead and just play some creatures out then. So, let's do the Scolding Administrator and the Inkling Mascot. Oh shoot, I can't. It's gotta be this one. Okay, so it pretty much comes to this. Like, I have to get a spell next turn. They get Seam Rep. I'm gonna grab the Stirring Hopesinger. Oh no, it has to be 2 or less. So it's gonna be the Informed Inkwright. It'd probably actually be better for them if they get the Scolding Administrator. Yeah, because it has Menace, and they're down to only 2 creatures left. Oh, I'm surprised they decided not to attack. Oh god, finally. Alright, so let's go ahead. Ah, really? You're gonna give up on me like that? That did have me a little worried for a while. That did have me worried. But yeah, we're definitely seeing the issue with this deck, and it's just not enough spells. So let's dive into the deck real quick and see if there's something we can do about that. So, because like right now, we are running a pretty decent mix of spells. We're only running 22 creatures. We got 14 non-creature spells. And 3 of them are Graduation Day, which doesn't help our repartee at all. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 off of the Laureate. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that's 14. It's like, it's not too bad. Like, it's about half of our deck. I think we're just kind of just having a problem where we're not really drawing into it. And our spells are of good good size. Let's see what happens if we get rid of Graduation Day completely and just run an additional removal spell. Let's do Requiting Hex. We need 3 of those. Because while the Graduation Day does do very well for us, it's also kind of a dead card when you need a spell. Let's see if that one little change does us any good. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 3 lands, both of our colors again. We have Quill-Blade, Stirring Hopesinger, Cecil, and Requiting Hex. That's a pretty good open, so we'll keep it. Okay, opponent opens with a Meticulous Archive. So this might be a control deck. Oh, now it's a Roaming Throne. That's interesting. Alright, well, let's open with a Cecil. Okay, so this is definitely Jeskai. Alright, Concealed Courtyard. Let's go ahead. We'll go and attack for 3 to start. Then I'll play the Quill-Blade Laureate. I actually do really like this guy. He's a good character. So he named Cat off of Cavern of Souls. What is he trying to do over there? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and just attack. Keep it simple for now. Cutsel's Flanker, huh? Okay. We're gonna bring it in. What's it gonna do with it? Gain 2 life and scry 2. Alright. Okay, so he's probably gonna block Cecil, right? Yeah. Okay, so the Laureate strikes for 2. I lose 2 life off of that. Let's go with the Hopesinger next. This is an interesting looking deck. Never seen anything quite like this. There's a Roaming Throne. There's a ward cost of 2, so we can still get rid of it. So we go here, we can go Erode, there. Pay the ward cost. And Stirring Hopesinger puts +1 counters on our team, which is great. So now we go next. Attack. Move down to 10. End turn. And we still have removal up on both Requiting Hex and Erode. So we might be kind of in the clear. Airbender Ascension. When this enchantment enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. Whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4 or more quest counters on it, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. Okay, so it's a blinker. I gotcha. So he's going to get rid of the Hopesinger. Oh, he's going to get rid of the Quill-Blade. Interesting choice. Aravo First Fang. Okay. Okay, so we'll take my turn now. We're going to go with the Informed Inkwright. Then I'm going to cast Hex. Oh, mana value 2 or less. Okay, well, we'll kill the cat then. Team gets bigger. Attack for 3. End turn. Keep that Erode mana available. Regal Caracal, huh? Okay. Resolve all. Okay, looks like the quest is complete. Resolve that, pass that. And he's going to attack with the Arabo. Okay, is he going to do that again? Okay. Let's just erode it. And I think that is game right there. I have lethal on board. Bleachbone Verge. Play the Laureate. Yep, that's game. What an interesting cat deck. I've never seen anything quite like that. I imagine once they get like all their pieces online, it gets kind of wild. Hearthbone Battler. Okay. Very nice. Well, let's keep on going. This is actually starting to ramp up a little bit. DJ Brunson, huh? Alright, Brunson. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 2 Bleachbone Verge. That's not good, because that's only going to be able to cast our black spells. So I think we have to mulligan this. Aside from that, the hand looks really good. But only 2 lands and only being able to cast Cecil and Requiting Hex is not good. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'll keep everything except for the Inkling Mascot. Okay, they open with a forest and probably a Lenwelf. No, a Bushwhack. Okay, they go get another forest. Concealed Courtyard. Does suck to not have a 1-drop. Tifa. Oh, okay. Haven't seen a Tifa deck in a while. Alright, let's go with the Bleachbone Verge. And I will play... Do you want the Informed Inkwright or the Scolding Administrator? I think I want the Scolding Administrator first. Old Bristly Bill. Yep, and there's the escape tunnel. Getting bigger. Sacrifice, go get another land. Get even bigger again. That's gonna hit me for 10, because I can't do anything about that. Ow. Okay. Mana value 2 or less, right? Yep, that's 2 or less. Actually, cancel that. What am I doing? Play this correctly, James. Let's see. Let's go Great Hall. We'll go Informed Inkwright first. And then we go Requiting Hex. Target there. Get rid of that Tifa. Then we attack with the Scolding. There you go. That's a little bit better. Gotta get your sequencing right. Traveling Chocobo, huh? Okay. Bristly Bill is going to give +1. +1 again. Okay, let's go with the Bleachbone. I'm going to play the Informed Inkwright. I'm going to cast Dig Site here. Then we'll attack here and here. Now you can block if you want to, but you'll be endangering your Bristly Bill there. Okay, they're just going to take the hit. Stas' Chocobo, huh? Okay. Get your landfall triggers. I wonder if they have a fight spell in there somewhere. That Traveling Chocobo does really ramp up the power of that deck. Aha! There we go. Alright, put those cameras right there. Chosen not to come at me. Ooh, perfect timing. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God, it's almost enough. But let's see here. Let's go Great Hall. We'll go Dig Site Inventory. Put it right there. We'll go next. Attack, attack, attack. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. It could be 8, 9, or it could be 8, 9, 10, but it can't be 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to come in with just the 3 flyers. You're saying good game about something. Does that mean he's going to trample over me this next turn? Okay. If he has a way to give trample, he can win this turn. That'll just double the amount of counters on his creatures, but it won't give them trample. And this will only remove a creature with power 2 or less, not mana 2 or less. Okay. He's just coming at me. Okay. Alright. Block. Block. And block. I think he didn't have anything else. Yeah, my turn. GG. Yeah, without a way to give his guys trample, there was no way he was going to get past me. So long as I still had like spells rolling. If my spells ever like dried up, then he would be able to get over. This deck is definitely giving me some interesting games, I'll say that much. Code NHK. Not sure what that name is supposed to mean. Okay, opponent goes first. We got 2 Godless Shrines, a Dig Site Inventory, 2 Quill-Blade Laureate, a Silverquill Charm, and a Lecturing Scornmage. Let's keep it and see what happens. Okay, they open with a Sacred Foundry. So we're going to open with a Godless Shrine and play a Lecturing Scornmage. Okay, we got a Plains into a Carrot Cake. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and play Godless Shrine tapped, actually. And then we'll go Dig Site. Attack for 3. They chose not to block with their rabbit. Alright, another Plains. Or Leader's Call, okay. Alright, let's see here. We are running low on lands. We need more lands. Okay, let's go ahead and exile your blocker. And we'll attack in for 4. Alright. Sunbillow Verge. You made my guy get lost. What a shame. Well, Cecil's here though, so let's get in Cecil. And do you want to keep the Erode mana up, or try to map? I'll try to map. Sweet. Play it. And now we'll keep the mana available. End turn. Okay. Sacrifice that. Resolve. You now have a rabbit. Oh. Fountain Port. Okay. Another Warlorder's Call. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Enjoy your land. Getting scare, huh? Okay. Alright, well, my turn. Let's go here. And we'll go Quill-Blade Laureate. Then we can go with the Silverquill when they choose to block. Let's see. Let's go and attack. Okay, perfect. Silverquill for 2+1 counters. Now what we can do next turn, if Cecil survives this turn, is we can use Twofold Intent to give Cecil, oh snap. Okay, I was not expecting that. Wow. Good game. Oh, that's funny. Season of the Burrow. Bravo. Bravo. Okay. Of all the possible ways to lose that game, I was not expecting that one. Let's go again. That was hilarious. Good game. Okay, so opponent goes first. We got 2 Godless Shrine in a Swamp, Erode, 2 Quill-Blade Laureate, and a Stirring Hopesinger. It's not the best open I've ever seen, but maybe we'll draw into something good. Keep. Okay, well, let's go with the Godless Shrine. Comes into play tapped. Don't have anything to do turn 1. Bandit's Talon, huh? Okay. We'll discard the Dig Site inventory. Bleachbone Verge into a Quill-Blade. I like the graphical of prepared spells. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, he's out of there. And so is their spell. Alright, let's go Swamp. We can go Quill-Blade again. Try and draw out some more removal. Unstoppable Slasher, huh? Okay. Pass. Erode it. You go get their land, then they get their Slasher back, but with 2 stun counters on it. Alright, let's go with the old Bleachbone. I'm going to play a Stirring Hopesinger. And then we'll go with the Dig Site inventory here. Get some +1 counters. I'm going to swing for 6. Got some more removal for me? Rush of Dread. Target opponent sacrifices half the creatures they control their choice rounded up. Okay, sacrifice that. Alright. So, we got too many lands over here and not much else. So, let's go ahead and erode that again. Make sure it can't come back. Okay. Then we will... So that's going to be 3/6. If I give it +1, that would be 8. Not enough, so we'll just hit him for 6. Alright, end turn. We are very fragile right now. If they kill the Laureate, it's probably game over for us. It looks like they are a little stalled out. Okay, there you go. Yeah, and now we're just down to lands, so it's not good. It's a land, dude. You ain't get anything else from me. Okay, there you go. That's game. GG. Next. I think it was less that they didn't have anything to do, and more that they were afraid to do anything. Interesting avatar. Kind of like it. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 3 lands. Laureate, Scolding Administrator, Stirring Hopesinger, and Requiting Hex. So we unfortunately don't have a 1-drop, but we do get to go second, so we have an opportunity to draw into a 1-drop. Okay, keep that 7. Well, here's to hoping. What are you doing over there, bud? Okay, there we go. They play a swamp. Alright, unfortunately we did not, so that means... Honestly, that just means we play the Shattered Sanctum. Teacher's Pest, huh? Okay. Alright, let's go Bleachbone. I'm gonna play the Quill-Blade Laureate. Swamp? Pest Mascot. So this is a pest deck, huh? Okay. Nice. Let's see. So it's mana value 2 or less. Alright, let's go ahead and play the other Bleachbone Verge. And then, let's see here. We got the... Cancel that. Got the Administrator. We'll play that. And then... Let's keep that right there. Let's go next. Attack with that. See what happens. You gonna block? Sweet. Alright, he's confirmed the block. So let's go ahead and Hex right there. Ooh, I didn't read that right. I kind of threw that away. That sucked. Okay, no big deal. Another Teacher's Pest. Okay, that has to attack. Alright, let's see here. Let's go... Oof, gosh, this is not good. I don't like that my other creatures cost 3. You're gonna block? Okay. Double block. Sweet. Alright, that works for me. So we're gonna go ahead and put 2 +1 counters on. Now we'll crush him. Well, I guess that's all it took, huh? Combat tricks are really good. You should invest in combat tricks. Honestly, I was kind of afraid of that creature getting out of control. Because it was going to gain a +1 counter every time they gained life. Fifth Dimension. Okay. Alright, Bona goes first. This is not a keepable hand. We need black mana. Okay. Much better. Much better. We'll keep all of that. Except for one of the Shattered Sanctums. Okay, they open with a Meticulous Archive. And they gave me the right land. Thank you very much. Cecil comes in. That was very lucky on my part. I have no disillusions of that. Grand Abolisher. During your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Okay, I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and attack for 2 to start. Okay, they chose to block. That's honestly surprising. There you go. Yeah, take the hit. Let's go Quill-Blade Laureate. Elegant Parlor. Okay. Looks like we have ourselves a Jeskai Enjoyer. Rest in peace. Okay, so they don't want anything in the graveyards. They don't want us doing anything on their turn. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's all good. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's do a Requiting Hex. Pop that. And then we're gonna do twofold intent right there. Attack for a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna take some damage here, but so are you. Day of Judgment, okay. Yes, I'm too surprised to see that coming. You're up. Steam vents into another Grand Abolisher. Okay. Let's see. Planes? Attack like so. You can block and kill the Laureate, but not the Scornmage. No removal, huh? Alright. Well, attack. And turn. What are you holding in your hand there? We gotta have some form of removal. So otherwise this game's just kind of over, even on board. But that is something that just happens with control decks, is sometimes your removal just does not line up properly. Okay, looks like you might be doing something. Land? Ooh. I think he just killed himself. Yep, you sure did. You just want to lose 3 life. How? That feels pretty good to get under a Jeskai Revelation like that. 2 mana spell, beating a 7 mana spell. Feels pretty good. Heron 12/12, huh? Okay. Okay, opponent goes first. We got a Bleachbone Verge, Concealed Courtyard, Shattered Sanctum. We have Informed Inkwright, Silverquill Charm, and 2 Lecturing Scornmages. It looks pretty good to me. I think I'll keep it. Alright, let's open with the Concealed Courtyard into a Scornmage. I think they're having to read my card. That's always a good feeling, when you play weird stuff and your opponent has to read it. Okay, let's go with a Plains. Then, going to attack for 1. They do nothing. Let's play another Scornmage and make him nervous. Sure, I'm totally fine with that. Okay, now they're playing stock up. Okay, this is your typical Is It deck. Oh, wait, Is It lessons. Alright, let's go Bleachbone Verge. We'll play a Informed Inkwright. Attack for 1. Hold it mana for the Erode. Burst Lightning, you say? Alright, that's fine. My turn. You guys really aren't doing a whole lot on that side of the table. So let's play the Great Hall. Next, attack for 1. Still not doing anything about it. There's a creature. Resolve that. What else you got? Wait, another stock up maybe? Yeah, there you go. Alright. Let's hex that. Okay, go ahead, resolve that. Alright, my turn. Alright, let's play the Shattered Sanctum into a Scolding Administrator. Next, attack for 2. Turn. I want to keep my mana open to cast my removal. That's why I didn't pump with the Silverquill Charm just then. Consult the star charts. Okay. He's looking for something specific. Did they find it? That's the question. Okay, they just lost 2 life there. Ral the Crackling Wit. Okay. It's here.
Out of my way. Muscle on a mission.
Great and Otter.
You get to be my protege.
Okay. And a turn. Kill that.
This is an unexpected outcome.
I love that Erode allows me to hit creatures. Oh darn, Repartee only works if you target a creature. That's interesting. Because I targeted a Planeswalker, it did not do anything for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and exile that. Get some more power on my guys here. Swing for 6. I'm going to hold that Concealed Courtyard in my hand. Make them think I have another spell to cast. Alright, that's gone. Counters land on the Scornmage. Now you need to bounce the Scornmage. Nope. A talent, okay. Rain Basics, okay. Gonna cast it again. Mm-hmm. My turn? Okay, well. Cancel. Oh darn, I don't have enough to actually do it. So, let's attack. Okay, he's going to consult the star charts. Resolve that. Okay, gets a card. Are you going to block? You're going to double block? He is. He's double blocking. Okay. End turn. I want to be able to animate the land next turn. Quantum Riddler, huh? Hard casting. Alright, pass. Alright, well here's to hoping I draw a removal spell. That wasn't quite right, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll pay it. That is not a problem. No tax. Although now they are kind of in a spot where they have to not attack with the Riddler. Oh, he's gonna draw some cards. Well, I hope you got something good, bud. Thank you, dude. Oh, he's coming at me, huh? Okay, that's an interesting choice. Oh, he is flashing in the Edinburgh Crab. Okay. That is a solid choice. Another Great Hall. Stirring Hopesinger. I think they're going to come out on top here. They have 3 cards on the table. Actually, 6 cards on the table. 3 cards in hand. They're probably going to draw more cards this turn. They have a Ral. I think this is just over. Yeah, I'm not going to draw this up. Peace out, homie. Not a bad showing against like one of the top decks in the entire format. Okay, we'll do one more. I hate ending a run on a sour note. Okay, so we get to go first. We have 2 lands. Quill-Blade, Silverquill, Lecturing Scornmage, and Requiting Hex. Looks pretty good. I'm going to keep it. Okay, let's go. Oh, hang on a second. I just lost my whole thing there. There we go. Okay, let's go again. Godless Shrine, pay 2 life, Scornmage, go. Okay, the play planes. I will also play a planes. And then I'll go with the... I think I'll go with the Quill-Blade Laureate. We'll attack for 1. Okay, we got planes into Giada. That's a perfect thing for me to kill. Godless Shrine, pay 2 life. Requiting Hex. Kill that. Also encounter for the Scornmage. Then, I'm going to 2-fold Intent right here. Get a big hit in. That was a good turn 3. It was a very good turn 3, apparently. Wow. GG. Okay, so we are back with a post-game wrap-up, and for a deck like this, I gotta say I was fairly impressed. like once we made a few changes to the initial build and added in some extra removal in the form of Requiting Hex, this deck really started to fly off the hinges. We were having a lot of issues at the beginning because we were either not drawing enough creatures or enough spells to power our creatures, and that's kind of the same thing that you run, the same problem that you run into when you are playing something like an Enchantress deck. Either you have the meat or the potatoes, but never both. And that was kind of the problem we were running into at the early stages of this deck build. But what we ended up on, I think, ended up pretty solid. Like, it's a decent aggro, almost mid-range deck. I wouldn't call it mid-range because it doesn't really have a very good late game. It does have a good early to mid game, though, I'll give you that much. So as far as MVPs for the deck, I would say absolutely in the form of Lecturing Scornmage, surprisingly Quill-Blade Laureate, and Stirring Hopesinger. Getting these creatures big and then making them hit twice with the Quill-Blade spell, really, really strong. So I was really happy with that. So I did look at quite a few other potential builds for this, and some of them went a little bit harder into the prepared spells angle. And honestly, I really didn't think that was too great because those builds were kind of playing cards that really didn't need to be in a standard deck. Like cards that just really weren't great, I'll say. But I would definitely say that the Quill-Blade Laureate definitely has a place in a deck like this. And playing a few other cards that only cost 1 mana, I think is really strong. The problem with like the other prepared spells is most of them are 2 mana or more. So Dig Site, Inventory, Erode, Requiting Hex, all being only 1 mana, is very, very strong for this deck. Especially because most games, you only get to about 3 mana. So honestly, seeing like a Stirring Hopesinger in your hand sometimes is even unplayable because you don't want to tap out and then not be able to play your spells. So that kind of is the crux with this deck. So you want to always have mana available to cast your small spells so that you can continue powering your creatures. So my final thoughts on this deck is it's decent. I mean, it's not a bad deck at all, and I think this is a deck that I probably would play a little bit more of. Would I build this in paper? I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's not a very expensive deck by any means. Probably the most expensive deck in the entire, or expensive card in the deck is probably Erode. Everything else is pretty easy to come by. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the deck, so now I'd like to know what you think about it. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you liked it, and if you want to see more decks like this. After this, I plan on building Boros and checking out the new mechanics that came in Lorehold. So look forward to that next on the channel. So until next time, take care of yourselves.